along with about 5 other young men.
No.
Where did you live in the summer camps? There were camps, right?
We are considered a tour. A tour going visiting places.
Mr. Ambassador, where did you sleep?
We sleep in school.
That's right. These were like dormitories, right?
A school dormitory.
All right. Were you ever inducted into the Kuomintang party?
Never.
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 So there was no open party affiliation with the conduct of these summer camps?
There is no such thing, Your Honor.
There's no such thing. Very good. Now, it just also come to our knowledge that these summer camps were indoctrination camps where you also learned about the principles of the Kuomintang and the goals, the mission, the purposes of the party. Am I correct?
I don't interested in those.
I'm not asking if you're interested. I'm asking if classes were conducted on Kuomintang party principles.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Were there any Filipinos who also attended these camps at the same time that you attended these camps, Mr. Ambassador?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you name some of your friends from Manila who attended these camps, or Cebu, or?
At this moment, I cannot immediately mention because we don't get in touch at all. And there were not only boys, there are girls. Those girls already, some of them passed away already.
All right. You know, while we may be pretty ignorant over here, mainland China is familiar with these activities of the Kuomintang. You know that?
At that time, I think so, Your Honor.
All right. Now, let me go to another point. You, sir, are in the field of diplomacy if we confirm your nomination. Can you define what diplomacy is?
Diplomacy is from time to time maintain friendship, extend closer relationship with the country that you expect to be assigned.
No, sir. That's not diplomacy. Would you like to try again?
Yes, in some other ways. I mean to say, consider what kind of activities. Diplomatic, consider courtesy, protocol as one of the most important. I don't know if I answered it correct.
The Wikipedia defines diplomacy as the art and practice of conducting negotiations between representatives of groups or states. Yes, maybe the goal of diplomacy is always to maintain friendship, as is the goal of human relations, but it is the practice of negotiating.
I understand, especially the rank and file.
You will be affiliating with other diplomats if you were to be sent to Beijing. So you would know that the games that diplomats have to play, in the words of some pundits, it is the
Thank you for your advice.
it is the mission of your country sending you to lie for your country.
That I know. Thank you.
And to obtain information
Thank you.
which you send back to your country.
That's it. Thank you.
All right. Can you tell us what is the definition of hard power?
Hard power. Speaking strong
No, do you know the definition of hard power?
Hard, you
You're
mean
you're
hard.
guessing now. You're not Are you familiar with the term hard power?
I understand, but it concerns what incidents?
Would you like to repeat that, Ambassador Lee? What is your understanding of the term hard power?
Hard power, spelled H-A-R-D, hard power, as opposed to soft power.
That's correct. You see, that's our future representative to the International Court of Justice.
If I'm correct, hard power is a strong way of expression. And
Actually, hard power is the use of either the use of force, military force, or economic sanctions
Strong.
in order to obtain one's goals.
that's why my
So
interpretation-
therefore, by that, you would now understand what is meant by the term soft power.
Yes, Your Honor.
What is soft power in your
Soft
understanding?
power is not going into war.
Is what?
Not going to the war.
More precisely, soft power is the use of nice things like economic aid, cultural ties, etc., in order to win friends and influence people.
That's right, Your Honor. Thank you.
What is Track 1 diplomacy?
Coming in.
Tract 1, T-R-A-C-K, Tract 1 diplomacy.
Track diplomacy. Track.
Track, like railroad tracks. They call it Track 1 diplomacy.
That's a principle to adopt, to implement
No,
with the principle.
no.
There are
Track is a channel. So Track 1 diplomacy is the type of diplomacy you would be employing because you're an official representative. What is Track 2 diplomacy? Are you familiar with the term?
not familiar.
So you don't know what Track 3 diplomacy is?
I have to be
You don't know what para-diplomacy means?
the term. I have to admit I don't know the term.
Yes. When we met about 2 months ago, I did ask you to study a lot because my concern was that your lack of experience and your lack of training would be a setback for the Filipino people if you were to be sent to Beijing.
I cannot argue with you, Your Honor.
No, we're not asking you to argue
Yes,
with me,
yes.
Mr. Ambassador. That's not the point. The
I'm
point
just
is
explaining.
we're trying to test your fitness and competence for the position and your ability to learn new things because obviously you were not trained and have not been trained in the field of diplomacy. So that is why we ask these questions, which we normally do not ask, just to determine how far you've come since the last time we met.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Now, Mr. Ambassador, you were quoted as saying, and this is the column of Ellen Tordesillas, when she asked you a question about the West Philippine Sea problem. You responded that it was not your priority and that you would concentrate on business. Would you like to explain that, Mr. Ambassador?
So far, Your Honor, I have not met the who is he? Agoncillo? What's his name? I have never met her.
All right. What would be your area of focus then as ambassador to Beijing?
Regarding West Philippines,